All right, bang, bang. We have another hot tip here for you. If you want to take your offense to the next level, you definitely want to watch this whole entire video from the beginning to the end because I'm going to go over a lot of high level concepts. And last week, I came out with a video how to make a progression read. There's a few different types of ways to read the field. One is like you can read half the field, and typically it's a high low read, and you're reading half the field. In real football, it's a legit thing, especially at the college and high school level. It dumbs down the reads and makes it easier to read just half the field as opposed to reading the whole field. The other thing you can do is a shot play, which you're trying to hit them up with like a one play touchdown, a really big play. You're honing in what type of coverage you think that they're in and predicting it. And if it's not there, you usually have a bailout route like a drag or a hitch in Madden this year is really good. Then the last way to read the field is a progression read. And what that means is no matter what the defense is in, you're going to have this is my first read, second read, third read, fourth read, right? Now, the power in that is that all you have to do is know these are my progressions I'm going through and practice it enough to understand of how to make sure you go through those progressions and don't move to your second or third progression until you actually read the first one. And if the first one's open, you throw the ball. Because where people get in trouble is you're trying to read the whole field, you're not looking at anything particular, and then you end up not you don't know what you're looking at. So going through a progression type of offense really will take your game to the next level. And it would amaze me in the comment section below. A lot of people haven't even thought of this. So I'm gonna be going back to gun tight slot halfback week. Some of y'all said do this from a different formation. I'm gonna do it from this formation because there's two progression reads plays that I do progression reads from. The one I brought you last week, and now this is I would say I guess you could say part two, a different type of progression read that attacks different parts of the field. But one thing that you're going to want to do in tight slots halfback week, you're going to on the bottom right you see the different packages. Just hit right on the right stick, and you're going to go strong slots, and then you're going to sub in right here. You can see 84 is the outside right receiver, and so I'm gonna sub in Harry, who's your fourth receiver. So I believe it goes you're on your depth chart right wide receiver one, wide receiver four, and then the slot is wide receiver three. Um, I believe that's the format, but I could be wrong there. It's been a while since I did that. It's all just muscle memory now, but that will allow you to get four receivers out there. And I'm going to run this flipped, and you have to run it flipped for this type of play because you want to motion out this slot receiver, like motion hike this guy, right? If the play is flipped on the other side, for whatever reason, Madden does not let you motion that receiver. So I like to run this flipped. I also like the running back to be on the short side of the field. Everything in Madden is about hashes. So the running back, um, the running back is going to be on the short side of the field, right? So this is the way I like to run it, anyways. And you have to run it flipped regardless. Now you can run it from either hash. I personally, when I run this, I run it from the right hash, but for the most part. But it doesn't really matter. All right, you might be saying, "Yo, RC, this play, there's not even a money route on this play." But that's why we have Hot Route Master. Now, some of you might say, "Yo, I'm in regs." Look, if you're playing a CFM, I'm in a CFM. I have Hot Route Master. You can just get the field general archetype, and you can get Hot Route Master yourself. Now, if you play regs, honestly, you need to be in off. If you're wanting to pass the ball a lot, a gun bunch is the best for regs because all you really need is escape artists to make that offense tick. But a lot of people have really good defense for gun bunch, and you have to be really elite to move the ball. So I think this is the next best offense. But if you're in regs, honestly, check out my under center, I form close, and strong close. I have a full guides there. Check it out. But but either way, even if you don't use this in regs, if you play regs, this is still going to be very valuable information because you're going to learn how powerful a progression read can be. So I come out here in a cover three. Why is it a cover three? I say this in a lot of videos. Look, there's one high safety here. So this is either cover one man or cover three zone. Most people are playing zone because man gets torched, especially when you have abilities like post flag elite. They just destroy the man coverage. All right, so I have Hot Route Master. I'm in the Oakland Raiders playbook, and this is the tight formation. So I'm going to put triangle on a drag route. I'm going to put Harry, who I subbed in as instead of a tight end, on a cross route. I'm going to put, this is where you can get creative of who you want to put on the post. You can put the tight end on the post if you have a really good tight end, or you can put him typically, once again, at the tight end position, I have Julian Edelman. You can put him on a streak, and then you can post the outside left guy. So I either post the outside left guy or put him on a streak and then post the tight end. Either way, doesn't matter. Then lastly, you're going to put a ghost route from the running back. The ghost route works just as the hitches do. If you don't know, a hitch and a post come on the same, if you have a post coming over a hitch, it's the best deadly route combo in Madden. Now, a progression read. What are going to be my reads? I'm going to read this motion drag, and then I'm going to read the cross route, and then I'm going to come back to a high-low read on the right side of the field. Okay, so I'm going to motion out, motion hike them. All right, so my first read is open, so I'm going to take that. All right, so I have a receiver there. It's going to be open, a nice drag route. It's very simple. Instead of you trying to read the whole field, okay, what zone are they in? What are they doing? What are these hook zones doing? Are they manning people up? Go through your reads. Okay, this is your read. The drag, the motion drag. Just motion him out 2 steps and hike the ball. He gets a little speed burst animation there. These hook zones are getting pushed back from all of the trash in the middle of the field. The post, the cross, and the streak are pushing all these zones back, and that's going to allow, unless they play underneath coverage, that's going to allow this drag to get open every single time. All right? But once again, look, these other routes are open. This deep crossing route is open, as well as this post, because this ghost route, look how great this ghost route is. And don't just be blocking your running back. You need to put this ghost route out there. Look at what he's doing. Look at this defender just sucking down. Both these defenders, they're not doing anything. So then that post route just gets just wide open. All right, so let's show this to you again. I'm going to show you versus different coverages and throw in a couple little tips, so you want to stay for the rest of it. So, all right, so drag, cross, streak, post, ghost route. This is what it looks like. All right, now this time I'm going to do shade underneath, and let's go through our reads as well, just like you would in a game. All right, drag. All right, the drag is open, and you just have to throw it a little early, but you saw the flat zone there, but I felt pressure coming off the right edge. I don't know if it really did or not because I was just reading the field, but I felt it. Okay, yeah, so that guy started coming. I could have stepped up in the pocket and went through the rest of my reads, but I saw this defender in the hard flat. So, but even with him being in the hard flat, you can still throw the drag as he motions across, because this hook zone, this yellow zone, is still going to be occupied, as you can see by all this trash here. And then he starts jumping down to the drag, but it's too late. You throw the drag, do a little spin move. Nice. I got 10 yards out of that. 10 yards. All right. Now I'm going to go through the other reads as well, but just know in a real game, make them throw that, make them use and take away that drag before you move on to read number 2. So read number 2 is the deep crossing route. So I'm going to step up in the pocket, and of course I'm going to get sacked there. Now, when I read that, when I'm reading that second, the second guy there, look, it's open, but that guy, it can be a little scary. It can be a little scary to throw that, because that guy can jump down and try to take that away. But it is an open player. All right, so let's do this again. We're gonna put the outside left receiver on the streak this time to see is he gonna get down the field a little bit faster and give us even more room of separation, and he does, as you can see. I put the outside left guy on a streak as opposed to Julian Edelman, who's a little bit slower. And so this deep third here, you see how far he got drifted back to open up this crossing route so much more, okay? And look what the drag does. It sucks down the zones. These 2 zones get sucked down. Bang, 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 dot after dot after dot. All right, so let's show you the right side of the field, because the right side of the field is going to be open as well. All right, so let's just say that they take away all those other 2 routes. All right, so now we're going to look at this right-hand side of the field, and then you have a high-low read. I personally like to read when I scan back across the middle of the field to the right. I read this part of the field, the last two reads, read 4 and 5, high to low, because I'm already looking high because I went low to the drag. Let's say that was taken away. Then I moved back to the post route, or I'm sorry, the corner route here. If that's taken away, let's say they're using that, they man up the drag, and then my eyes are going back over here to this right hand side to identify this post route to see if he's coming open, which he is. And as you can see, it's naturally a lot easier to read this than high to low. And we're all here for the gains, right? So, bam. All right. So that's open. And it's going to be open because this right here, ghost route, is going to be taking away these flat defenders. All right. So now, yo, RC, you've been running a lot of cover 3. Let's see it against the cover 2. Let's do a Tampa 2. All right, now look, pre-snap, 2 high safeties. They're probably in a cover 2 or a cover 4, and the way that these corners are aligned, I believe it's a cover 2, okay? So just go in practice mode and look at the different depth and how they're faced to the inside, and you'll start to tell the difference between a cover 4 and cover 2. It's kind of high level, and with them not it doesn't look like they're man aligned or over anybody, so I don't think it's cover 2 man, and most people don't play cover 2 man, so I'm kind of thinking it's not. All right, so let's go back to that setup. All right, let's do it like this. All right, now this is against cover 2. Once again, the drag route is open. I can hit the drag, and then I'm going to hit the post route. The post route is open, so I could have hit either one of those. Let's go to this instant replay and take a look. But go through your reads immediately. Look at the drag here. Okay, so the drag was open right here. I could have thrown that, but I did see this guy was kind of looming here in the middle, and so and then my drag also kind of got caught up on the ghost route, which kind of got me off the read honestly immediately. And then I looked in the middle. I saw this middle linebacker, this linebacker right here going down, and then I saw this is the 52s on a mid read going with the streak. And so then I know that this post route, this crossing route, I'm sorry, is going to be wide open. And look how open that is. I mean, look how open that is. Bang. Okay. So no matter what coverage they're in, they're dead. It's all about you making the proper reads. Now, once again, if they are, and this is where then you have to have other setups and different things, because if they start blitzing crib, you can't send 5 out. All right, so but that's another video. But this is a progression read. All right, he didn't get caught up that time. You can throw the drag, 5 yards, no big deal. Just keep moving the chains. Move the chains. Get you that 5 yards. Okay. All right, so let's do it again. Let's try to highlight one of the other reads here. We already hit you with the crossing route. We hit you with the drag route. Let's see if we can move on to read 3 and 4. Hopefully we have plenty of time. As you can see, that post route was open. I honestly did not like what I saw on the right-hand side of the field, so I went back to the post route a little late. Let's just go back to the instant replay here. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't like this third read, and so instead of going to the fourth, I went back to the second one because it was still in my line of vision, and it was just so open that I couldn't get back down to my last read, the 5th read here. But this is a good example, though. What you like to see. Look, let's just say the post was they manually took the post away, right? This flat zone, this Tampa 2 flat, this Claude flat goes back and doesn't take away the ghost route. Okay, and so then I should have hit the underneath ghost route. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's a formation that you would like to go do a full progression read. I can do a different formation for you. But I think this is very important, mainly because I feel like a lot of people are just reading the full field and they don't really know what they're doing, and they just are honed in on one guy. If that guy's not open, they take a sack or throw an interception. So make sure, go through read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go through your progressions, and you're going to become a better Madden player for this year and